never thought I'd be the guy caught between two powerful women torn by their desires and my own betrayal. My name's Ethan, and this is my confession, raw and unfiltered, a story of infidelity so sharp it sliced through my fidelity and left me in ruins. If you're watching, you're already hooked, caught in a truth that feels like power until it's a chain around your heart. This isn't about love or redemption. It's about temptation, the kind that blinds you and dares you to fall. Stay with me because this one's going to unravel you. It's a tale of ambition, lust, and a choice I couldn't escape. It was a stormy November evening in Seattle, Washington, the air thick with rain and corporate ambition. I was 26, a junior analyst at a tech startup, engaged to Lily, 25, a sweet barista who trusted me completely. My bosses, Sophia, 38, a fierce CEO with a commanding presence, and Ava, 35, a sultry marketing director with a wicked smile, were the company's heart and soul. They'd taken a shine to me, their attention thrilling but dangerous. That night, they called me to the penthouse office for a late project review, the city skyline glinting through rain-streaked windows. The office was sleek, the lights dimmed the air, heavy with whiskey and tension. Sophia wore a tailored blazer, her dark hair pinned up, her eyes piercing. Ava leaned against the desk, her dress hugging her curves, her gaze bold. "You're our rising star, Ethan," Sophia said, her voice low, her hand brushing mine as she handed me a report. The touch was electric, a spark that hit like lightning. I told myself to stay professional, to think of Lily, but their presence, their power, it was too much. The rain pounded the city a blur as Ava stepped closer, her fingers grazing my arm, her smile daring. "We need someone we can trust," she said, her tone soft but provocative, her breath warm. My engagement ring felt heavy, a reminder of Lily, but my ambition was louder, a whisper I couldn't silence. I nodded, my silence a confession. Sophia's smile was slow, dangerous, like she'd already claimed me. We moved to a private lounge, the office's executive suite, the air thick with leather and the night shielding us. Sophia's hand slid to my waist, her fingers warm through my shirt, a spark that burned through my vows. "Tell us to stop," Ava whispered, her lips close, her breath hot with whiskey and desire. I didn't. My hands found Sophia's arm, then Ava's hip, their pulses strong. The rain roared, the office silent, and I was already lost. Their kisses were a tempest, fierce and overlapping, tasting of whiskey and sin. Sophia's lips claimed mine first, hungry, while Ava's trailed my jaw, their hands bold on my chest. The lounge was cool, their bodies a wall of heat. The night pulsed the air heavy as their lips moved, each touch a pulse of pleasure and betrayal. I was drowning, and they were the tide pulling me into a sea of want. Lily's face, our engagement faded, leaving only them, their heat, my hunger. Their kisses were a wildfire burning through my loyalty to Lily. Sophia's hands were bold, tugging at my tie, her fingers grazing my skin through the shirt. The lounge was a haze, the city lights casting shadows that danced like secrets. My hands roamed Ava's waist, the silk slipping, revealing skin that burned under my touch. The rain's rhythm matched my racing heart, the air thick with whiskey and desire. Their lips were everywhere, Sophia on my mouth, Ava on my neck. Each kiss a claim, each touch a vow shattered. I pulled them toward a couch, the door locked, shielding us from the world. My shirt was gone, discarded in the haze, revealing skin that made their breaths catch. My hands slid lower, tracing Sophia's skirt, Ava's dress, their gasps sharp in the quiet space. The guilt was there, cold and sharp, but my ambition fueled every touch, every move. Their hands were on my chest, their fingers leaving trails of fire. The lounge was our world, the office a distant hum. I pressed Sophia against the couch, Ava's body molding to mine their heat, a tease I couldn't control. Sophia's lips found mine again, hungry, demanding tasting of whiskey and want. My hand slid under Ava's dress, her skin warm and taut, her breath hitching as my fingers explored. The city lights glowed, painting us in silver and shadow, turning our sin into something almost beautiful. But it wasn't. It was raw, reckless, a collision of need and betrayal. Ethan Ava murmured my name, a spell echoed by Sophia's low groan. My fingers tangled in their hair, my body arching into theirs, a demand they couldn't resist. The night was suffocating, the rain relentless as my hands gripped their shoulders, their clothes barriers I wanted to tear away. The pleasure was building a storm of its own, raw and relentless, edged with the guilt of betraying Lily. When it happened, it was a collision, a wave crashing over us. Their groans were sharp, muffled by the lounge walls, my hands holding them close, our bodies moving as one. The pleasure was fierce, overwhelming, a betrayal that felt like power. The couch creaked, the night heavy with our heat, my sin unfolding. The office stood still, indifferent, as I crossed a line I couldn't uncross. It was everything, every ache, every want, every vow I'd buried. Afterward, we stayed there, tangled, breathless, the air heavy with the scent of whiskey and us. Sophia's hair fell across my chest, Ava's fingers tracing my arm, their eyes half closed with satisfaction. The guilt crashed in a deluge, but their warmth held it at bay, a lie I wanted to believe. "You have to choose," Sophia said, her voice rough, Ava nodding in agreement. I froze, my heart torn, knowing only one could stay in my life. The Seattle rain lingered, and so did the weight of my betrayal. I left the lounge, my shirt back on their scents, whiskey and sin clinging to me. Lily was at home, oblivious, her trust a knife in my chest. I tried to be the fiancé she deserved, cooking dinner, kissing her gently, but their touches haunted me, their faces in every shadow, every dream. The guilt was a beast clawing at me, but their fire burned brighter, a flame I couldn't douse. Our stolen moments continued, fleeting encounters in boardrooms, hotel bars, their apartments, each a spark, each fading fast but leaving me craving more. One night I saw Sophia at a company gala, her eyes catching mine. Lily was at work, unaware. Sophia approached, her voice low. "You haven't chosen," she said, her hand grazing my arm, reigniting the spark. I told myself to stop, to fight for Lily, but my body betrayed me. Ava joined us, her smile wicked, and they led me to a private suite, the night thick with rain, their silhouettes waiting in the dark. The suite was raw, the air heavy with perfume and desire, their dresses discarded, their skin glowing in the lamplight. Their kisses were fiercer now, desperate hands tearing at my jacket. My hands roamed their bodies, greedy, memorizing every curve, every shudder. The rain's hum hid our sin, but the guilt was sharper, a blade I couldn't outrun. Their lips found my chest, their hands bold, their touches brands I'd never erase. Lily grew suspicious. "You're distant, Ethan," she said, her eyes searching mine over coffee. I froze, her trust a contrast to my betrayal. "Just work stress." I lied, my voice tight, my mind flashing to the suite, their hands on my skin. Her frown deepened, and I feared she saw the truth. "I love you," she said, and the words were a weight crushing me. Then it happened. Lily caught us, her gasp sharp, in the office parking lot, her bag dropping as she saw me leave Sophia's car, Ava's silhouette nearby. "Ethan," she cried, her face crumpling, her pain a mirror of my guilt. I froze, my sin unraveling, her trust shattered. "Both of them," she whispered, tears falling, and ran off, leaving me in silence. I told them it was over. They stood in the office, their eyes blazing, their blazers open. Choose one. Ava said, her voice a challenge, Sophia nodding. I chose neither, my heart broken, my ambition worthless. They left a business card behind, their initials scratched into it, tucked into my wallet. I should have thrown it away, but I kept it a secret that scorched. The Seattle rain lingered, and so did my shame, a fire I couldn't quench. Lily confronted me. Why, she asked, holding the card, her voice trembling. I froze, my sin unraveling, her trust, a mirror of my guilt. I confessed not all, but enough, admitting to Sophia and Ava my ambition, my betrayal. She left, her face broken, our engagement over. I was alone, the card in my hand, their sense a ghost I'd never escape. This is my story, a warning to anyone who thinks they can chase fire and not get burned. If you've watched this far, you know that betrayal, that ache for what you shouldn't take. So hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment, call me a fool, a sinner, or just a guy who fell. Like the video, or don't, but share it with someone who's felt infidelity's sting. Check out my other stories, they're just as raw, just as real. Ever faced a choice that broke you? Spill your secrets below. I'm listening, and I've been there.